Hey everyone, this is TJ, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring podcast, and this is the Monday Night Raw review. So this week's Raw was an average show, I would say. It began well, I would say. It began with a US title contenders match, and not only that, the first hour was really, decent. Enjoyable as well, fun to watch through, I would say. But post that, the second hour and the third hour, and there was major missing of stars as well, like last week we had John Cena, Goldberg, and didn't have any one of them in this week's show. I didn't expect John Cena to be there. I don't know why, because there's nothing that warrants like John Cena should be there in the Monday Night Raw, because the whole storyline is on Universal Championship. It's not like a Roman Reigns John Cena storyline, like in No Mercy, where there was no championship involved. So this is a championship, needless to say, because either way, this is just to have that respect thing of kind of thing storyline that John Cena is bringing about. But this is coming into that point that this is for the Universal Championship at the end of the day. So it doesn't make sense to be taking the Universal Championship storyline into Monday Night Raw. So there's another thing that I want to talk about that they can do if they want to bring John Cena. So I will be talking about that. So John Cena can be bring about on both Monday Night Raw and on SmackDown. Like SmackDown, he would be coming. The championship scenario is the Universal Championship is in SmackDown. But if the schedule like Summer of Cena, we've seen that he's scheduled on every Raw and SmackDown. So he was not there in this week's Raw, and that's actually they didn't play it out with the live fans. Actually, they had that dark match which didn't air for us fans, like watching at home. So they have that win-win situation. We don't have that thing. But what they can do is, if Reigns can cut a promo like, you are just the yester superstar, and now I am the tribal chief, and you should prove about and how good you are to challenge for the Universal Championship. You should not, you cannot come off here like from the Hollywood and demand title matches like at your own time. That's not happening. If Roman Reigns cut in this type of promos, and they actually decides kind of Cena matches in Raw against major superstars, major wrestlers, if you want to say main event top level superstar, but then Cena should have to win there. So that's a situation also there. So I don't say you pit him against Bobby Lashley or something, who is the champion. You can pit him against Matt Riddle. If kind of example is not going up against him, maybe they can do that. That's a scenario if they want to, if they want to have that rating, because the dark matches doesn't count into the viewership rating. So if you want to bring about that, you can have that. So that's my thought about if they want to bring John Cena and have some viewership, small kind of spike up viewership increase in the leads in the weeks to come, that leads to SummerSlam. So that's my view for this whole thing, John Cena thing. So we began this review. We firstly saw the cash in, the major talking point last week, where we saw Nikki Ash cashed in on Charlotte Flair and wins the Raw Women's Championship, and she comes out and she actually is happy and she's living a dream. She still feels like a dream, she says, and all of the motivational thing. And I'm not getting into the details here, just recapping all the things, highlights as I do. And Charlotte comes about, and Charlotte actually mocks her. You, as face of the Raw Women's division, is the disgrace, she says, and all the bad things to put to make her underconfidence, not having able to have her moment to be celebrated. So that's what Charlotte played out here. And Rhea Ripley comes out, and Rhea's character is still like that. I don't know why they do this kind of thing with Rhea Ripley. She lost the championship. She's just and she also won the Raw Women's Championship because I mean, that's a rematch she never got actually. So because she wants this is not Charlotte Flair now. So this is another challenger, Nikki Ash. So Adam Pearson's own Devil comes out and they say that the triple threat match is confirmed for SummerSlam. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair versus Nikki Ash. So that's actually finalized, and that's the first match that's confirmed for the SummerSlam 2021. So talking about this triple threat match, I'm not into this triple threat situation because I was actually in the beginning of the show. Okay, if they are doing triple threat, then kind of a situation where kind of surprise situation you can play out again, kind of different situation you can do. So that's the thing, very fast paced match and all, and WWE likes to do that, very much so. But at the end of the show, man, it actually converted my mind into another situation where I really want to have singles match rather than triple threat match. I want badly, and that's Nikki Ash versus Charlotte Flair, and you know about that, what she did after that. So I'll be coming into that. So this was the promo, very long promo, I would say, for over and over things, and just the things that's not very intriguing to see, that was there. So we get out of this thing, and we have another promo from Damian Priest, and he calls Sheamus a coward. As we get into the first match, US title contenders match, Sheamus versus Damian Priest. This was a decent match, I would say. It was fun to watch. Finally, not a squash match for Sheamus, and Sheamus was Damian Priest, and Damian Priest was getting the most of the offenses here, and Sheamus's the nose protector got fallen, and Sheamus wants a clubbering blow, but Priest fights free but kicks Sheamus in the nose and then hits the Reckoning to get the victory on Sheamus. So quite a lot of weeks Sheamus was getting the victory on Humberto Carrillo and Ricochet, whatnot, and that didn't make any sense. What they did to US Championship is such a bad job, man. I mean, finally it's something better actually, and I was okay with this match. It was a nice match, which is leading to a pay-per-view match, I expect. And we get to the second match, Raw Tag Team title match. This was announced last week, and this is Raw Tag Team Championship match is on the line. Championship is on the line. AJ Styles and Omos goes up against Viking Raiders. So this was also a fun match. So overdoing the match, which they know that it's gonna be good and it's gonna be great. So they did this thing, and it was good to watch through again. So I think so. They actually have the repetitive match, which are good, kind of Demon Priest for Sheamus. That's a new thing, and that was meant to be a nice match. And this was also a good pay-per-view match as well at Money in the Bank, and before that as well. So this was a good match, I would say. And Omos is really improving day by day, by I mean week by week, really. And this was the match where choke bomb from Omos in the end, and AJ wants and in and gets the tag, and AJ tries the springboard 450, and it's done. And it was a really hard fought victory for the champions, AJ Styles and Omos. I would say really tough challenge got from Viking Raiders, but they were not successful here. And we got to another segment where commentary reminds us of what happened at Money in the Bank between McIntyre and Jinder Mahal, and Jinder's goons, all the recaps that we, and Shanking be hit by 40 chair shots by Drew McIntyre, that was shown. So that's still so sickening to see, man. And we come back to Drew hanging out in the ring as Veer makes his way to the ring, and Jinder has a mic and he calls Drew despicable, and he's disgusted by the fans cheering Shanky getting mauled. And but he's giving Drew a chance to apologize, and Drew says Drew won't apologize, and Drew, they are going to sue Drew. He demands another apology. Drew gets a mic and tells Jinder to shut up and thanks Drew. Drew takes a second to consider apologizing and he says, I will do what you want. And Drew knows he's got a bit of an anger problem, but he will take the crowd's advice. And he asks if he should apologize and buy dinner for Jinder and company, or if he should screw the lawyer and beat Veer within an inch of the life. And the crowd want the ladder, and it's obvious. And Drew prompts that Drew's gonna kill you, that Joe's gonna kill you, kind of rip off. And it was a average promo from Drew McIntyre. Ever since Drew McIntyre got into this storyline, I don't know, man. I'm over expecting. I know that because we've been seeing 1.5 years in the main event picture. Now he's in this thing, so it's kind of undigestible sometimes with the promos actually, and the promos are not very good to listen because this week's wasn't that very good actually. This was average, as I said, and we get to the match eventually. This was confirmed in the show. Drew McIntyre versus Veer. Really good showing for Veer actually, and Veer had a good performance. Nice performance, I would say. And this was good learning opportunity for me. I love this kind of opportunity giving matches for because they are in the storyline, so that's not just thrown away matches. So I like this what they did, but whatever they did, and it was a nice match to see through. And Drew McIntyre did his usual stuffs, and in the end we saw Veer get a chair from Jinder, and but turns into Claymore with the chair he was holding up on right onto the head, and that will cause a ref stoppage for a disqualification. And that was at the ending. That's inevitable actually. There's something that some disqualification that happens in every show, so every week's show, so that's there. But the match itself was nice to watch through, I would say. And we get a recap of last week when Eva Marie was in Alexa's playground. And post match, actually, I missed about this, but logically, Drew was the one who used the chair and should be DQ'd actually, but it was DQ'd. Veer was getting DQ'd actually. Drew grabs the lawyer post match and hits the Claymore after that. A nice little thing, whatever it is. And we got a recap, and again this lawyer is a new lawyer. He said the name, but I don't remember his name, what his name was. So there's a new lawyer for a attorney, he says, for Jinder Mahal. So that's it. So we get to the recap of last week when Eva Marie was in Alexa's playground and they make fun of her. And we came into the bad stuff again. Then tag team match, Natalia and Tamina. How many times, man? This is kind of 1,000 1 million times of matches that they're doing. Man, nothing to speak about. Tamina actually hits super kick where Alexa Bliss distraction was going on to the Titantron, where they show the kind of evolution style Lily Lucian kind of thing. So whatever, man. Alexa Bliss, I was very highly hopeful for her, but she isn't doing anything, just doing the playground segment and just having no thing, just wasting her career actually. They're doing nothing with her, they're just having playground segments. I mean, if they are leading into some matches or something, that would be good. Have some ring time for her. I mean, just don't do like that. Or maybe she was better when Fiend was with her actually. And if they want to do, I'm totally into it. If they can have that sister Abigail situation again, they can do it. So that Bray Wyatt Randy Orton storyline is not over. I'm definitely going to see a match this year, I think so. In the later year or next year, Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. We know that how he actually ended up having burning Bray Wyatt or the Fiend. So that's the thing. And we then have an update where we are having a match that's thrown off Keith Lee and Karrion Kross. Okay, then, I mean, there's so many fans that were telling that they just thrown away this match. This is kind of a main event match. I'm very with them, I would say, but I'm not very hateful as well, because we are getting this kind of match. What if this would be a very good match? But that didn't hold up because that was not the case here. And before the match, we saw a reminder that Nikki and Charlotte will wrestle later tonight, as the Raw Women's Championship was matchup was come as this match, actually the contender match, championship contender, not a women's championship match, championship contender match. That's the name that's a new name they are having in everything. So that's not a number one contenders match, championship contender match. So that's confirmed, and we get to the Karrion Cross versus Keith Lee match. This match was just to fuel up Karrion Cross. How all the things backlash that they actually lost him against Jeff Hardy. So just to have that, they did this against Keith Lee, who they promised who they were thinking about having putting him into the WWE Championship back in February, when if he was not injured, if it was not Lashley, it would have been Keith Lee, because the plans were laid out for him. So it was him. So again, a downfall for Keith Lee. I mean, a Keith Lee losing again, I am not into that. They could have done a kind of a DQ situation again, maybe. So that would be, I mean, good, man, because this is not any rivalry kind of match, and that bugs me as well. If speaking about this match, and while speaking about this match, that bugs me as well. So the Keith Lee got some offenses, but Karrion Cross turns it around as he goes for the Spirit Bomb. Keith Lee goes for the Spirit Bomb, but Cross escapes and hits the side suplex, sets for the running elbow to the back of the head, and he lands it and blocks up the Cross jacket. And not like he pinned him. Cross didn't pin Lee. Lee tapped out on Cross. So bad stuff for bad booking for Keith Lee. Actually, I don't know where he's going. They can have this. They can have him, Keith Lee, onto the United States champion so nicely, man. Uh, Great match would be seeing Keith Lee versus Sheamus. I don't know why they can do this kind of a triple threat situation as well. I don't know why they are not doing, what the hell they are thinking. I mean, man, just thinking about this show, man, there's so much that they can do, and there are so much talents there, and they're not doing it. I don't know, man. And anyways, any another recap: Nikki's title win follows, and Nikki had a backstage promo with Sarah Schreiber, and we have Rhea Ripley comes up, and she actually said that. Fight off your hardest challenge against Charlotte Flair and teach her a lesson. So Rhea Ripley is still kind of that in a tweener kind of character, and I'm not liking it. Many of the things that I'm not liking it. So one of the things again, and we get another match: Mason T-Bar versus Mustafa Ali and Mansoor, a new tag team that's getting formed, and that was clear, where we're seeing so much segments with them. So I'm okay with this Mustafa Ali and Mansoor. I was saying 1 month ago back that Mustafa Ali and Mansoor would be great tag team, but just having a show facing up against Mason Tiber, okay, but they would have to climb up the ranks, have some match against Viking Raiders, or have some match against champions as well, have some segment with champions as well, create some opportunities for this tag team. I mean, this is a good tag team if they think so. I know this is a rip-off storyline of this RK Bro kind of, where Randy Orton was reluctant on Matt Riddle's tag team situation, and same kind of thing was done in the before the match, where Mansoor actually was saying, "I'm very happy," kind of thing, and Mustafa Ali says, "We should have a name, we should have a kind of a suit or something. We should." Have some distinctive nature for our tag team, and Mansoor Mustafa Ali says, let we win, let we first win the first match. So the difference between is that here it is that Mustafa Ali is kind of okay with what he's doing, but Randy Orton was not like that first. He actually reluctantly accepted it, but this in this storyline, Mustafa Ali accepted it, and he's trying it actually, and he's liking it, and he liked it actually. And Mustafa Ali and Mansoor picked up the victory, where Mace actually kicks Ali off the apron, tries to choke slam Mansoor, but Mansoor counters into a victory roll to get the victory. So that was it, and there was a point where Ali actually had a tornado DDT onto the from the apron to the ringside. That was good. So if they build this tag team, that would be good, because this is a very high flying kind of tag team, and that would be really really good, I would say. The match itself was just having the debut of this new tag team against forgotten and and a terrible tag team, that's retribution. Remembering that they did name drop the retribution thing again, man. Thinking about that, I mean, man, another one of the thing that they actually dropped the ball on. And uh, and we came back to the ring. The lightning struck. The Bobby Lashley hitting the entrance area, and I expected Goldberg coming up, but he was not, as they were actually having kind of a championship. He's a WWE champion, just having why people excited. But the question, if Lashley thinks Goldberg is next, Lashley won't even dignify Goldberg's challenge with a response. This is his ring, and he won't be disrespected by anyone, he says. And that from Cedric Alexander, that was intriguing when I see, because if we are going with this route for next week or something for the WWE Championship, I was into it. And then we saw Shelton Benjamin come out as well, and they had the promo, and they want to have match against the champion. So what they did, MVP said, you're not getting it, but our champion Bobby Lashley, the Almighty One, wants two of them. So kind of a handicap situation there. So we have Shelton Benjamin and the Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander acting like a jobbers against Bobby Lashley. Thinking about this hurt business thing, man, so much thing they could do. They could have done that, because it completely ruined it. They were so good. They were the one of the pandemic great thing that was there. So again another thing. So much things that they dropped the ball on. If we check out the Monday Night Raw show, so man, again they have this Roman Reigns thing kind of thing, where he actually pinned him, where he stack them, pin them, kind of thing. What he did, what he said that he did at WrestleMania, Edge and Daniel Bryan. He did this with Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, where he pile up and stacked them and pinned them, and that was it. And squash. Bobby Lashley won here. So Bobby Lashley is being booked as a very strong WWE Championship. So I am very sure that he's gonna beat Uh, Goldberg. If Goldberg is gonna end him with a spear and winning, that would not be a shocking thing as well, because it's WWE, man. They want to have some money out of Goldberg, they would do that. But uh, that would be a mad, very terrible decision if they do that, because building Lashley up like this and then having this, I don't think so. And that's my thing, man. And yeah. So again after that, I don't know who's gonna be for Bobby Lashley after that, because and I don't know who is. Let's see how it is. I'm not having any remembering anything who would be challenging for Bobby Lashley. Maybe Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I don't. Let's see how it goes. We are not yet in SummerSlam. Let's see how it goes, and we get to a six-match Riddle versus John Morrison, another rematch. Not to talk about so much about this, because this was a good match. Same thing. I mean, I'm not okay with 100 time of rematches if they are good and they are doing it over and over and over and over. I don't know, man, what they are doing. And just a match, just a good match. You can have fun. That's it. Nothing to say about. And in the end, we saw Riddle actually. The story point was good here, as Riddle actually goes up top. He's distracted by Omos, and AJ gets his scooter. AJ and Omos comes up and almost breaks the scooter, where he actually said no to break scooter. And Riddle screams why, as Morrison catches him with a spinning crucifix bomb and hits that Starship Pain and get the victory. So match was not the interesting thing, where AJ Styles then come up and attacks him, and brutally attacks him, and they and they actually heads into the ring, hits a Styles Clash as well. We haven't seen Styles Clash for so many weeks, so many months right now from Styles, so that was good return for Styles Clash. So he was having a hard time to have that one arm getting into that leg, so he finally got that and hit that Styles Clash. So I was expecting Orton returning. That would have been very 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 great shocker, and I mean not a shocker, very good moment actually. They could have created that. It would have been for one hell of a pop, I would say, not at the level of Edge or something, but still he could have gotten great pop, but they didn't do it. That was a perfect situation. They can do it again if they going to have this again situation, kind of attacking material, not anyone not there for saving material, that they can do. And then we get to a 24/7 title match, and now we know Reginald is break with Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler, Reginald versus R-Truth. So R-Truth comes up, and Reginald have a match, and Reginald front flip sent on and pinned him, and just there just to fill the time. I'm not into this, man. And the comedy thing was good, and comedy thing was fun and entertaining. And but the 24/7 title match just to fill time, that was just there. The R-Truth comedy is still fun to watch. So that's it, man. And we get to have a he really had a good reaction for R-Truth actually. And we got Charlotte getting interviewed, and she reiterates that she is the only reason she lost. That's the only reason she lost to Nikki, because of Rhea Ripley's interference, and she is sick and tired of this division, she says. And that prompts Charlotte's entrance, and we get into the main event. Charlotte Flair versus Nikki Ash, a championship contenders match, and this was a good match, I would say. This was a good match, solid match, you can say, at that level, solid decent match, where I felt like the in-ring work was good by both of them. And Nikki's character, I'm into it. I'm not hating her character, I'm into it. And her promo works is really, I mean, her promo work is not a very good or something, but what her character actually portrays, and that actually is getting so much decent match, where we saw Charlotte Flair's heel work really, really upping, really great heel work by Charlotte Flair. And Nikki in the end hits a crossbody, but Charlotte rolls through into the cover and pins Nikki, and Nikki is shocked, and she's very kind of very not kind of in a manner like she's not confident, and what she said is not happening, so kind of that. So decent match, I would say. Post match was the interesting thing, where she brutally attacks Rinky Ash, and she demands a women's championship match as she pinned Nikki Ash. So she actually shook her hand, but she took her advantage for that, and she attacked her brutally, and have the fans facing up against. So that was a great point, where I felt like, no man, I don't want to see a triple threat match, I want to see a singles match. Nikki Ash versus Charlotte Flair. The babyface heel psychology is so good here, if you see. So I can see this could be a great main event. Nikki Ash and Nikki Cross, if you want to say, is a very good wrestler, and we have seen her good matches. So I think that if they want to do this, they do this singles thing, that would be great. I'm into the singles thing. I'm not into the triple threat situation again, because we have seen triple threat matches so much, women's and men's. So I'm not very into this. So this was the show, man. I mean, this was an average show. Lots of booking stuffs. I mean, lots of lame stuffs. Already terrible stuff going on, and that's not improving. No Goldberg, no John Cena, and that was there. I'm very hopeful that Goldberg is not gonna be every Monday Night Raw episode. I don't think so. So this is the first. This is the first Raw where he was not there. Let's see how it would be. Maybe kind of alternate Raw, he would be there. So let's see how it goes, man. This is the Raw show. I hope you like this review, and not the show. So please make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content and reviews like this. And tell me your opinions and thoughts about this week's Raw. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, and peace.